Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Well, today you join me as I go to pick up a Vauxhall Corsa that I bought for just £500. Now, I've got a bit of a love-hate relationship with the Corsa. On the one hand, it's where my car journey began. I bought a 1999 Corsa B for €200, spent another €200 on it, sold it for €1,500. That gave me the buzz to do it over and over and over again. But then on the other hand, I realised that they're absolute garbage and I detest them with every fibre of my being. So yeah, a bit of a love-hate relationship. I've been in this job now for too long actually, over a decade, and I've had dozens of Corsas, if not, I was going to say hundreds, but I bet I've had over 100 of them. And they always sell well, so I keep buying them. But one thing that they've all got in common is that they're usually bought by people who've got no interest in cars whatsoever, so they don't maintain them. That means that by the time I get my hands on them, there's loads of deferred maintenance, which means they always cost hundreds more in preparation than they should. I haven't seen this particular one yet, but I know it's a 2007, which means it's a Corsa D, and they're not the best. My mate bought a brand new one of these back in 2007, and by the time it was out of its manufacturer warranty, it was fit for the scrapyard. It was absolute rubbish. Sadly for me, I can list pretty much every single fault with them. The glove box always seems to fall apart, so the minute you open it, it'll just drop to the ground. The electronic power steering columns can fail, so a bit like a Punto, you'll have really light steering on one side and really heavy on the other. The timing chains are an issue, burnt out valves are an issue, water leaks are an issue. The heater fan usually only works on one setting. Honestly, I could write a book about this stuff. Only it'd be a very thick, repetitive book, which nobody would enjoy reading. For £500, I'm expecting every single one of these faults to be present. So this might work as a bit of a buyer's guide for a Corsa. I should do a should you buy video on a Corsa, shouldn't I? Only I think it'd be about 11 seconds long. Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Well, today I'm asking the question, should you buy a Vauxhall Corsa? No. See ya. Anyway, perhaps this one's got a little bit of life left in it. Let's go and have a look, shall we? See you there. Well, I've had a bit of a result here because it's a 2009. For some reason, I had it in my head it was an 07. So we're 2 years the right way. That makes this quite a cheap car, doesn't it? 500 quid. It has had paint. It's a bit like a patchwork quilt, actually. Yeah, paint on the front wing. Oh dear, paint on the other front wing. Turn off my start-stop because I hate it. Well, for £500, that's not bad, is it? Headlamps look okay, so I don't think it's been in a whack on the front. Right, let's do a vehicle history check. As always, I'm going to go to carvertical.com, type in the vehicle reg, which in this case is Yankee Juliet 09, Yorkshire car. Whiskey Victor Whiskey. It's got the Car People plates. Now, if you don't know the Car People, I think they've gone out of business now, actually. But the Car People were like a big car supermarket, and I always don't like to see, or I never like to see, should I say, that's better English. I never like to see Car People plates. I always think that when somebody goes to one of those car supermarket type places to buy a car, they've got no interest in cars and no knowledge about cars. In my experience, it means that it's been serviced by them at 8,000 miles, and that was usually the last time it's been serviced. Not always, obviously, but usually that's the case. Right, and the report is ready. So, it's never been involved in any accidents, there's no mileage fraud, it's never been stolen, and there's no outstanding finance, so that's good. It was registered in the UK in July 2009. It's had an owner change, it's been inspected, MOT. Look at this, offside front shock absorber has slightly worn bush. Okay, so it's always had advisory items, typical, just ran on a shoestring. It's advised on tyres, oil leak, ownership change in 21. And then it had an MOT in June 22, so it's got an MOT until June. Quite nice miles. I thought this had done a load of miles. Well, I've got this completely wrong, haven't I? It's an 09, not an 07, and it's only done 57,000 miles. Or it'd only done 57,000 miles at its last MOT anyway. Never been stolen. Right, it's checked its database in dozens of countries. Okay, that's all good. Right, Car Vertical also provides a market valuation. So the market value of this vehicle, approximately, when the seller is a company, is £2,210. I've given £500 for this. There should be some profit in this, you know. It's a 1.2 litre 4-cylinder. It's really important that you do one of these checks before you buy a used car. So if you click the link below in the video description and use the promo code HIGHPEAK, you'll get 10% off each and every vehicle check that you do. Right, let's go and have a walk around it then. Look at my old Giverny green Range over there. What a beauty. Okay then. It's a cold one today, guys. Look at this, look. See the difference in paint colour on that front wing to the door? In fact, to that other door as well. This is like Joseph's coat. It's a Life, so we've got trims rather than alloys. We've got a Nexon there with about 3mm of tread on. Look at the state of this paintwork. I think someone's done it with a brush. That is a proper DIY job. And the front bumper, look at this. That is a aerosol tin if ever I saw one. Bit of a scrape here. On the back we've got another Nexon. So we've got two matching Nexons. That one's on about 5mm of tread. That's quite good. Quite straight down the panels though. And the panel gaps look fairly even. Moving around the back, we've got matching plates, matching car people plates. That's quite good. I'd say more damage on the back here. And that's had a previous repair. You can see where the paint's flaking. This has seen an awful lot of paintwork. Another Nexon, again with about 5mm of tread. That's decent. And another off-colour wing. Look at that. Don't know what colour this car's supposed to be. We've got a Continental here, Conti, and more bumper damage. No fog lights because it's a Life. But we've got two keys, and look at this. The keyring says Croft Angling Society, which tells me this isn't or hasn't been a boy racer car. Let's have a look inside. Got some stains on the seat there. It's a bit worrying, isn't it? It's only a Life, so we haven't got a leather steering wheel. We've got this plastic one, which has disintegrated, as they all have. It's on 59,000 miles. What have we got here? CD player. Anything in there? Nope, no CD. It is 2 degrees. What about the glove box? This will fall off in my hand. Ready? Oh. Hasn't done. They always break here within that inside part, so they just drop to the floor. Well, so far so good. What does that sticker say? The Independent PWRC? Don't know what that means. Perhaps somebody could enlighten me. Now here, when we start it, we're going to get a timing chain rattle, which means, or is indicative of the car not being serviced. Inspection due. Classic FM. I told you, all the signs are here. This has been owned by somebody getting on a bit. Yeah. Wasn't rattly, was it? And it's cold as well. You'd have thought if it was going to rattle, today would be the day. I've just seen a book pack. See if there's any history. There probably is now. Right, it's had a private plate or it's come from Ireland. Is that a private reg or a Northern Irish plate? I'm not sure. Right, okay. Yes, okay. Northern Ireland. Yes, 1613. Air blue, also known as wishy-washy blue, neither here nor there. Right, Belfast. I won't do an accent, I won't offend people. Right, well, it was last serviced then at 33,000 miles in 2011. This is how people maintain Corsas, or rather, don't maintain Corsas. They're always the same. Right, there's nothing else there then. Let's see if there are any more receipts. Chickatrade.com. MOT, yeah, June with no advisory items. And it hasn't done many miles, has it? We've got some more receipts here then, haven't we? MOT test. Going to cover up someone's address here. Crankshaft position sensor. Antifreeze, okay, what about the next one? Right, full service, £420, that's expensive. Someone's had their leg lifted there, I think. Right. Yes, okay, so a little bit of history then, but not much. Sounds quite sweet. Got that heater on. Works on one. Will it work on any of those? I don't think it will. Lost my ability to speak in this cold weather. 2, 3, 4. Well, bugger me. What else can I show you? Do the windows work? Both windows work. Wipers, there we go. Got rid of the ice. Shouldn't have done that really. Mirrors work. This isn't a bad car, you know. I'm going to keep it running because I want that heater to warm up. 5 pence there. So it now owes me £499.95. Profit everywhere you look. Quite clean, you know, this, and it doesn't smell of water. A few dog hairs, some more suspicious stains, but not bad. This isn't the worst Corsa I've bought. I can tell you that straight away. It's got its parcel shelf. Apart from the paintwork being multicoloured, it's actually quite a clean car, this. Where's my bonnet release? Let's have a look at under the bonnet. Look at that. Bulletproof, these engines. Look how much road I can see. Well, joking apart, it does sound quite sweet. What's this? RAC? I don't know what that is. Is it some sort of... don't know. Something there's attached to the battery that shouldn't be. Right. Got enough of that, it's too cold. Just lock my car. There we go. Should we take this for a drive then? See if there's any life left in it. Wow, it's cold. That doesn't really help, it's just blowing me full of cold air. Oh. Brakes locked on, and the clutch is quite high. Quite high. I can tell you straight away that if I were to keep this and retail it, I'd have to put a clutch in it. It's just way too high, that. Feels like a Peugeot. Will my heater work, or has the head gasket blown? That's another common issue on these. Brakes are grinding, but that's just because it's been stood, I think, in these frosty conditions. Yes, that definitely needs a clutch. I think that'll slip that. If I try and put it in third, and then... it's not slipping per se, but there's not much life left in it. Also need some wipers. Just try and be juvenile. See, I couldn't even wheel spin it. Oh yeah, right, the clutch is slipping now. There we go. So, in third gear, and then foot to the floor, you can hear the revs surging. Especially on a bit of an incline. There we go. Right, so it needs a clutch. Now on one of these, a clutch fitted, you're probably talking 320 maybe? The clutch kit will be about 120, and then you've got labour, 4 hours times 50 quid. You're talking 320. So the car owes me 5, plus a new clutch, plus a service. That's going to be another 100 quid. I could have this prepared with a new clutch for about £1,000. Sorry, I'm just doing some maths here. If the bodywork were tidy, I could probably get £2 grand for it, which would leave me quite a healthy profit. but the bodywork is not tidy, is it? So I can't really sell something off the forecourt with multicoloured body panels like this. Oh yeah, hear the clutch slipping? That's clutch slip for you. It actually drives, apart from the clutch, it actually drives okay. It's not knocking over bumps, doesn't pull to the left or the right, steering works, the glove box isn't broken, windows work, heater works now. It's actually not a bad car, this. Who do I know that needs a cheap car? It's quite clean as well and it doesn't stink. Of course, my other option with this is just move it on within the trade. Sell it to another trader, maybe put £150 profit on it for myself, small handling fee, and then move it on, as it is. In fact, the more I think about it, I think that's the better option. Oh yes. Bit of clutch slip there. Don't know why I've changed into fifth, that won't help at all. I think that's what I'm going to do on this occasion. I'm going to call a trader pal of mine who deals in these sorts of cheap bangers and see if he wants to buy it. What's a fair figure? Paid £500 for it, haven't spent a penny on it. Profit shouldn't be a dirty word, should it? 600 quid? 650? If he does the clutch himself, it won't be as expensive as my clutch. Probably get away without doing the paintwork if you sold it cheap on Gumtree. I'll tell you what, I shan't be greedy on this occasion. I shall ask for £600. That's the figure. 600 quid. Right, so let me just pull over then and make a quick phone call. And then we'll go on a quick detour, I think. Methinks. Well, I've sold it for profit. I'll tell you what happened. I called up my pal and said, right, I've just taken this Corsa in part exchange. Do you want to buy it? It needs a clutch. Bodywork's not the greatest, but it's not the worst one I've ever bought. And he said, yeah, okay, yeah. Is it cheap enough? Yeah, okay, it's cheap enough. Yeah, what colour is it? I said, that's a good question, actually. Do you remember those Polo Harlequin editions they did? He said, yeah, why? I said, well, it's kind of like that. It says sky blue, but there are different shades of blue going on there. So anyway, I've just dropped it off there, and I've sold it for £625. I asked for £650, but he knocked me back a little bit. And to be honest, I was losing interest and the feeling in my fingers. So I let it go at £625. So hopefully there's enough profit left in it for him to put a new clutch in it, give it a service and tart it up a little bit. So I think that's about it. I've made a whopping £125, but it's not bad for a couple of hours work, is it? So thank you once again for watching. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't done already. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'll leave the link below. Check out Car Vertical before you buy a used car. Click the link below in the video description for your discount and use the promo code HIGHPEAK. And yeah, cheers guys. I'll see you next time.